Hola, 'tis I, Alycia. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And today, I thought let's look into Aaron Carter. So this is one of those ones where it's hard to tell what's going on, right? He has had troubles with taking things. He's had a troubled life. He's spoken out about very terrible things he alleged happened to him. And at 34, he's passed away in a bathtub. Yeah, so now people get their tinfoil hats on right away these days. I could see why. This one's kind of an interesting thing. So he was going to put his house on the market in Lancaster or Lancaster. It's not like Pennsylvania where they say Lancaster. We say Lancaster. He was going to put his home on the market, and he was looking to move forward. I guess he had some projects he was working on. But just 3 days before, I think, that he went to the other side, he got in trouble for a DUI. So there's that. Now, he was also on some, I guess, podcast, I don't know, some show. And he was talking about how Kanye's nuts, or Kanye's got to stop talking crap, or I don't know. He had a problem with Kanye. They weren't like buddy buddies, according to what I was watching in this thing. So there was that. He had also talked in another show about how he had this friendship with MJ. And he said he hung out with MJ and they partook. And he said MJ is very much into checking out the ladies. And he said MJ wasn't a dirty bird. He said no way, he was not. He then said he comes home from that encounter or goes to the hotel they're staying at, like left Neverland, then goes to the hotel and there's a bunch of like 3-letter agency people there with his mom. And his mom is trying to get Aaron to say something happened between him and MJ, apparently in an attempt to make money. So there's that. So I'm just wondering. Now there was another too. There was a phone call from the baby mama. Can we get another word? What did we used to call it before baby mama? I hate that term. It sounds so stupid. The fiance, the one that just had his child. There was a phone call leaked where it said they were trying to get him Bakered acted. I don't know how you'd say that. Basically, they wanted to, kind of do a Kanye to him. Get him under control. So, I'm curious, like, what was going on with his life at the time? Why was his last tweet to Kanye wanting to talk to him man to man? And then all those things he accused his family of doing, you go look it up. It's rather horrific. And, his brother, I think, had a restraining order out against him as well. So, I don't know. Let's just see what we can find out and figure out something, anything, to this sad story. Okay, so let's look into... There was a lot of videos, too. You could go look them up. I saw some video. I don't know what I was watching. It was like 4 tattooed dudes, like, all talking to each other, and I couldn't understand half of it. It was like listening to, ever go to like one of those things where like all the people are drunk and you're not drunk, and then you're like, oh my god, this is exhausting. It was kind of like that. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know why it was put online. Anyway, I don't know how recent that was. So how was he feeling about his life at the time he went to the other side? walking away from something. There's this idea here that he's moving into a new phase of his life. So I don't know his career enough to know what that is, but there's this idea. He's moving into a new phase in his life. Some idea here that he can not necessarily outwit the devil. El Diablo. With this, I'm not sure if this is El Diablo in terms of, you know, things people take, or if this is El Diablo in terms of the Eyes Wide Shut gang. There's some idea here, though. He thinks he can outwit them. He's going to get away from them. Something here was offered to him that he did not want. That perhaps maybe is the idea that people were trying to get him help. He apparently didn't want that. He wants to move on. He's moving on. He has projects he's working on. There's some things behind the scenes. This is interesting. Some secrets behind the scenes he's wanting to talk about. But essentially, like, he was done with one part of his life. He's ready to move into a new phase of his life, but he did feel like his back was up against the wall. His back is up against the wall. Okay, let me see. Let's pull this. What is outwitting El Diablo here? Okay, so this would be in terms of he feels he had this plan. Now, again, it's allegedly, this is a tarot card reading. He has this plan of, he's made a plan, he's been working on this plan, and it feels like he was ready to essentially grow up, to try and sober up in some fashion, to leave the party life behind, realizing that's not good for him, perhaps realizing he has to be there for his family. So this is where he's outwitting the devil, like, I'm going to get a hold of, my addictions won't be holding on to me, I will be taken care of with that. Now let's look into, there was quick news here about some secrets he's holding on to. And I don't know if that's related to the Kanye tweet or not, but let's see what if we can find out what the secrets are related to. He wanted to bring some truth. There's a lot of, whatever this is, I would have to assume, on my base knowledge of Aaron Carter, I'd have to assume this is about the music industry, because it's a shit ton of money. And about how there's money used to control people, to get what you want. Feels like he wanted to talk about that. He wanted to share the truth, like that. He wanted to spill that. Okay. So he wants to, okay. All right, let's see if we can figure out, if we can look into the event that was found in a bathtub, and at the time I'm recording this is November 7th, they said he had drowned. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to be super jacked up And that could happen. I don't know. It's kind of feeling a little weird Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina to me, but again, maybe I'm just wearing a tinfoil hat because it's just been on there for so long. But let's see. Let's just see what we find out about that. I think there's more to the story than what is being told. I think there is some type of, and I'm saying allegedly for entertainment purposes only, I'm going to say that there's some heavy, some type of, I don't know what you would say, powerful person, powerful business type person, perhaps, I don't know. I'll say powerful business type person. Making kind of like a similar offer that was made to Kanye recently. You've seen the screenshot Kanye leaked. That's a reading I'm going to do at some point, probably for the Moonmoth Manor. But, and if you haven't joined, you can get the readings I can't put here. All right, so there's a powerful person making him an offer that he would not want to refuse. For everything that he holds sacred, he's being made an offer. It's about, I don't know who he is talking to. Somehow there's an idea. He wants to start talking about something. And the message is, you don't want to talk about that if you want to continue being above ground. If you get my drift. It seems as if there's also some conversations here going on about, like, it feels like he thought he could handle whoever this person was. And it felt like, all right, well, thanks, but no thanks. I'll let you know. And it wasn't that kind of conversation, like we're not negotiating on a car deal and you can leave the dealership and come back. The decision's being made now. And it seems as if here we got someone who says, like, okay, I won't say anything. You got me, dude. I won't say anything. Forget it. I won't say anything. But then there's something said again where it's like, today. Like, I won't say anything, dude. I won't say anything. Today. Like, there's a taunting kind of going on here. Because it's very much that we're controlling this story. Whatever this is he wants to share, we're controlling this story. And I think he thought he had the upper hand, that he was going to be able to come out and say what he wanted to say. Now, he didn't have a specific idea of how he was going to do this. There was no like, oh, I'm going to hold a press conference at Wednesday at 4 and let everybody know something. It wasn't like that. There was no specific plan. However, he wanted to say things that powerful people did not want him to say. There was an offer here in a part of, like, this is an offer you can't refuse. There's another part of this offer here that's made to new infusion of dinero in here to either use the money however you want. You want to buy another house? Go ahead. You want to get a studio in your house? Go ahead. This will be enough money to get you going. You just don't want to say anything right now. You don't. And then there's some fighting here going on. It's almost like he was going to say, like, okay, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to say anything. And, but then he alluded he would. And that's kind of where we got into trouble here. There's some bigger partnership at play. So it's not just whoever this powerful dude is that showed up. He's just kind of the heavy. He's the enforcer kind of guy. There's bigger partnerships, bigger higher ups in organizations as a part of this. I'm going to say, it feels like there was threats made to him. Like I said earlier, there's threats. And it was made known, if you start pulling shenanigans and start running your mouth, you can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You're a public person. We'll find you, no problem. And so he was thinking about how can he move forward. So it's almost like there's this intimidator there, and he's thinking about, like, all right, well, I'll just pretend I'm going along with what you're saying, but there's like whole conversations. And he's like, no, I want to tell my story. And I've already started to make moves to tell my story. I want to tell the secrets. And then the only thing that comes to mind is Hotshot. And I'm not sure. You tell me if that's the correct. Maybe it's not even a hotshot. It feels like something is given. Like there's no defending it. And whatever's given can just be. Whatever's given definitely then. Game's over. But I think this is going to be then whenever some reports come back in, they'll say, oh, there was this in the system, and be like, oh, well, yeah, because he's a person who's always on that stuff. So I don't think this is as what they say it is. Why did he want to talk to Kanye? Because maybe he wanted to talk to Kanye just face to face to say, dude, you're being an idiot and you're talking out of your ass, so you need to shut up or something. Or did he have some other reason he wanted to talk to Kanye? Okay, something happened here in the background. like, we're not getting all the pieces of the story here. There's... So while he's out in the front, and I don't even know the timeline about talking about how Kanye's talking out of his, you know, talking like a fool and he should be shutting up or whatever. Something clicks in his brain. And that's why I said there's some other moving pieces behind the scenes where there's like some other piece, the things that Ye's been talking about, he pays attention to. And something happens behind the scene with him where he's given some type of, that leads up to the day that he goes to the other side. There's something else here where he's realizing it's being done to him. Oh, maybe it's that call. I don't know who that was calling, but talking about they wanted... Where's my camera? Hold on. I have no idea when my camera cut off. Where I was going with this. Something happened behind the scenes. Maybe it was related to them wanting to do the Baker thing on him. Or whatever it was. Basically, they wanted to lock him up. And he didn't want that. And so I don't know if that was where something clicked for him with the Kanye screenshot thing. And he wanted to talk to him. Something just like it all made sense of like some other things going on in his mind of what had happened in the past, what was going on currently now, and he was ready to start saying things. So that's why he wanted to talk to Kanye. Underlying energy is Knight of Swords. He wanted to come out and expose what was wrong. That's why he wanted to talk to him. Something clicked right before. Excuse me. All right, so then is this... you know what? Let's bring this deck out. Let's look into the bigger idea behind what happened in the bathtub area, the bathroom. Okay. Your time is up. Your time is up. We are overpowering you. Your time is up. Not going to allow you to make any further connections, to start talking anymore. You've already talked enough. We're in control. You are not. We cannot have you be moving forward with this information. And we need to silence you. Stars cannot say what they want to say. Stars are meant to be seen, not heard. And we can't keep you quiet. They weren't able to control him. I don't know if... I'm assuming at some point earlier in his career they were able to control him, but this is very much like not able to control him or bring him back under control. So, yeah. My opinion, what I see here in the cards, he's not voting himself off the island. No way. This is Eyes Wide Shut crew pulling shenanigans again. Allegedly. Just saying. But, you know, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, with that, thanks so much for watching. Sad times again we're seeing. Hope he finds the peace that he needs on the other side. And those who loved him, I hope they have some peace or can find some. And with that, I will say adios.